Oh, hi. I have a speech to give, and I'm looking over these notes. But wait a minute. Notes? Why do I need notes? I have speeches within me. I've lived a life. And I've done things that are fascinating. So why am I reliant upon notes? Why in the world do I feel that I need pieces of paper to tell you who I am, or to tell you what I think, or what I believe in, or what I dream about? All of us, my friends, have speeches that are inside of us. All of us have lived lives. We've done interesting things. We've talked to interesting people. We've cried tears, and we've celebrated the joys of life. So therefore, every single one of us lives speeches. And what I'd like to do for a few brief minutes is to tell you what I've learned about impromptu speaking. First of all, when you're dependent upon a piece of paper, you can't relax. Your destiny is in that piece of paper. But when you can smile, take a deep breath and compose yourself, and then simply talk, you liberate yourself. You can make eye contact. You can use gestures. And you can use your voice as a tool to make what you want to say live, to make what you want to say powerful, and to make what you want to say memorable. Every speech, of course, has to have an opening. And in an impromptu speech, the opening has to be powerful. The opening has to be dramatic. It has to take people and pull them toward you. You have to capture them. So what you want to do with a successful opening is come up with something dramatic, something memorable. Maybe one phrase that'll stand out. Volume is important, but sentiment is important too. You want people to know that you care. And you want them to know that you're not just speaking to speak, but you want to touch them with something. You want to season their life and add something to it. That gives you a powerful opening. Every speech is about an idea. Every speech, in effect, is an argument to do or not to do something, to demonstrate something, or to push against something. With your body, the body of the speech, that is, not your physical body, but with your body, what you want to do is to show, this is what I believe, and this is why I believe it. This is what I have learned over time. This is what I've studied. This is what has worked and hasn't worked. And let me simply share it with you. Let me make my life an open book before you. Let me use me as an example. Too many times in our public life, we see speeches where people are dictating. We see the waving finger. We hear the accusing voice. But a good impromptu speaker can say, friends, let's reason. Friends, let's talk about our commonality. And let's explore what we can do to make things better, to add and empower ourselves. A good impromptu speaker knows the magic of words that unite, words that explain, and words that build roads, that create connections, that allow us all to become more because we've learned to better live together. A good impromptu speech needs, of course, a clear opening, a strong body that explains and clarifies the speech, but it also needs a good conclusion. It needs a landing zone to help us come to a point of rest and finality. And with that, you go back to, this is what I told you I was going to speak about. I've explained my reasons. I've told you why I believe as I believe. And right now, I'm urging you to do something about it. I'm urging you to take an action. I'm urging you to improve. I'm urging you to consider. This is what I've suggested to you. Now do something with it. And if you will be the beneficiary. In Toastmasters, we often say, what's in it for me? But a good speech should be what's in it for us. I've contributed something to you. You've listened. You've gained something from it. And now you will do something with that information. So I've improved myself as a communicator, and you've gained from what I've said. And together, we've created a union that we both benefit from.